Chapter 16. Doreen. Doreen's mother turned off the television. Moments ago, it had been turned to the local news, where reporters were laughingly recounting the history of a baby saved by a giant-tailed squirrel girl. "Doreen," said her mother. Doreen stood at the bottom of the stairs, half in shadow. She twitched her tail and shifted her weight from one foot to the other. "It's just that," said her father. "Don't say you want me to hide my tails because you're worried everybody will be jealous," said Doreen, "because it's not that, is it?" Maureen looked at Dor. Dor looked at Maureen. Then they both looked at Doreen. "I knew it," said Doreen. She sat down on the couch beside them. The cushioned spring squeaked. "We want you safe," said her father. "And someone like you attracts attention, good and bad. And the bad can be really bad. I thought that I could be a superhero." "Well, of course you could," said her father. "We've always known that." "Wait, what?" said Doreen. "You climbed out of your crib when you were 4 months old," said Maureen. "We had a special crib cage made for you so you couldn't get out and go tumbling down the stairs at night and hurt yourself," said Dor. "But you were still a toddler when you could pull apart the bars and wiggle free. You clawed your way out of the sliding glass door when you were 3. That same year, you climbed a tree and fell out, breaking your leg. The doctor put it in a temporary brace, but when we went back to get the cast, the bone was already healing on its own, faster than expected. A year later, when you fell out of another tree, remember, hun, the redwood? Mickey Almighty. That was a fall. You didn't break any bones. And after that, you just stopped falling out of trees, or falling altogether. You are fast, strong, agile, proficient in chitter speak, and have such a beautiful tail." "It is a real beauty," Maureen agreed. "And on top of that, you have an impenetrable sense of justice and a heart of pure gold. Well, tell me, why wouldn't you be a superhero?" "Really?" said Doreen. Her father nodded. His eyes were wet with emotion and as shiny as his bald head. "Our job as parents was to keep you safe till you were ready. And if you ask me, 14 is still pretty young to be saving the day. Now, Dor." "Well, I'm just saying, Maureen. And I have a right to say, don't I?" "Don't go losing the rest of your hair now, Dor. No one said you couldn't say, so you say. But when I was a kid, you had to be 21 before you could go do any day saving. Cousin Steelgrip was 26, and even he gave it up by age 28 to pursue a career in forensic accounting. For all that, it's a different world now. I have to agree with your father. And that's not to say we're not so proud of our little girl that I'm about to pop some shirt buttons." He wiped his eyes and beamed at her. "But running around with your tail out and a face uncovered," said her mother. "Doreen, you can be recognized. And I believe in secret identities like I believe in butterscotch pudding." Dor and Doreen nodded. Maureen believed in butterscotch pudding a great deal. "So you got your basic, keep your real name a secret so bad guys can't attack your weaker loved ones rationale," said Maureen. Dor waved, identifying himself as a weaker loved one. "Also, so they can't track you down at home while you're asleep and vulnerable," said Dor. "You don't want Loki sifting through your garbage." "I'm pretty sure Loki doesn't do garbage," said Doreen. "You never know. I just can't trust a man with a horned helmet." "There, I said it. Call me prejudiced if you want to, but besides the safety reasons," Maureen said, touching her third finger, "most superheroes need a life beyond heroing, some downtime for Pete's sake. Without people after them to save this or that or take a selfie. I mean, poor Thor can't even get a shawarma without the paparazzi knowing about it. All I'm saying is, would it kill the man to wear a shirt?" said Dor. "But the real issue is that you were grounded, and you promised." "I saved a baby, Mom," Doreen said. Father looked at her with sad eyes. "Chasing down a carjacker. I don't want you to get hurt." "Hurt?" Doreen smiled. "Clearly the issue here is that you hate babies and want them to not be saved." Her father's expression melted into a smile. "Disgusting little creatures," he said in a terrible attempt at an English accent. "Do away with the lot of them, I say." "We can make an exception for baby saving, right, Dor?" her mother said. "In the neighborhood, anyway. Not going to New York to save babies. They already have the Avengers." "How about toddler saving?" Doreen asked. "I guess toddlers are okay too," her mother said. "And how about grown-ups who act like toddlers? Nope, her father said. Too many of those. You'd be out all the time. No risking yourself as Squirrel Girl unless it's to save a real human baby, promise? Doreen nodded just as her phone buzzed with a text message. Anna Sophia texted, Alert, alert, is this line secure? Doreen, what does that even mean? Wait, does your phone have a spy scrambler mode? I want one of those. Anna Sophia, I meant, are you in a place where people can read this? Doreen, just parentals. Anna Sophia, good. I know you're grounded, but a balloon got loose. Doreen, you really need to tie those things to your wrist. Anna Sophia, no, seriously, I was sleuthing near the Burger Frog grand opening. A hot air balloon got untethered and is floating away. A man and a woman are screaming and their baby is on the balloon. Doreen, woohoo! My parents made an exception for baby saving. Anna Sophia, really you can? Yes, she's back. Doreen looked at her parents in as significant a way as she could manage. What? Her father asked. Her mother blinked. No way. Another baby? Another baby, Doreen said, and a runaway hot air balloon. No way indeed, her father said. What is it with this town? But I thought that if, Doreen said, the excitement building in her chest started to curdle. Go, sweetie, her mother said. Her father nodded. Go, but keep your hood on, okay? Doreen smiled, pulled on her hood, and leapt out the window.